Welcome everyone to Odyssey Racing League's ACC GT3 Sprint Series Tier 1 Round 3 around Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. As I'm going to run you guys through the track real quick as we see here up through Radion and Rouge here. That will be turns 3, 4, and 5 down the back straight into turn 6 right here. A little bit of a right-hander and then down the camel straight. Also, big shout out to Turtle Track Sim Sport for subscribing at Tier 1 for 3 months. I appreciate it. Much love to you as we see going into Lacombs here at the end of the camel straight. Hard braking zone into a right and then left-hander of Lacombs. Turns 7, 8, and then 9. This final right-hander. Down into turn 10 of Bruxelles. Hard braking zone into a right-handed hairpin. This is where a lot of overtaking happens if someone can have the inside of that line, as you can see. Then down into a fast left-hander of turn 11. Big squish, that's very painful. As the all infamous turn 12 of Puhan, a fast left-hander, where if you touch any curb on that inside, it gets real dangerous and a possible spin that happens. If you can make your way out of there with a solid exit and get a good run down into turn 13 here, which is another one a little bit bigger than Lacombe, however, fairly similar. Turn 13 here and then into a turn 14 of Campus. And then down this little bit of a straightaway here, down into turn 15 of Stavlot here. And then you have another right-hander into turn 16 here. And then down this massive straight, turn 16 right there, as you can see. And then turn 17 of Blanchimont. After getting through Blanchimont right here, you can get through turn 18 there, and then down into the bus stop chicane of turns 19 and 20 here. And then coming down the start-finish straight, as you can see, a fairly long straight into turn 1 of La Source. Around the hard braking zone of turn 1 here. Up the straight and then the start finish line, and that will do it for you on the mic today. I do not have sticks with me, but I have myself and Caden, aka Hellraiser, in the Discord, and big shout out to our sponsors, Track Titan, Rogue Energy, hosting this race on simracing.gp, and Esports Furniture. So we will hop now into the qualifying here, and let me get on someone. Let's see here. Drive. All right, let's hop on board with Mr. Joel Price here in the BMW. And like I said, I have Caden joining me today. Caden just raced in Tier 2. How did you think that race went? Is the overcut or the undercut strong around here? Wow, yeah, that's big then, definitely. Spa, infamously a more faster track, a lot of overtaking down the camel straight. When you're in the GT3 cars, are you looking to overtake into a corner, or are you trying to make that clean overpass on straightaway?
Works on the straightaway, but cornering, it's all about your braking, and you can brake very late in these cars and then release with more entry speed.
Right.
And then block that apex.
Just park it there.
Yeah.
As we'll get Joel Price starting his hot lap now in the matte black and purple car, the number 69 car in the BMW. Sorry, chat, I forgot to unmute my my game volume. Pain. Joel down through turn 1 there of La Source as he's got someone right on his backside. I believe that is going to be JT, I think. Yeah, JT on his backside. Up through Rouge here. Solid rotation of the cars. He gets really good exit speed out of there and down the straight into turn 5 here. 6 here onto the Camel Straight now. Down into turns 7, 8, and 9 of Lacombs here. Gets on that curb real well. JT going deep there, as you can see right behind him, down into turn 9. Down into Bruxelles here. Hard braking zone needs to get good exit out of here to get down into turn 11 and through there into Puhan. Carries good speed through that corner there. Gets a little bit squirrely, gets a little bit of oversteer there. Through turn 12 here of Puhan. Gets solid rotation of out of that corner as well. Down into the right-hander of turn 13 here. And then through turn 14 of Campus, and then down into 15 and goes a little wide there, and that's going to be an invalidation. Get on board with Kiwi here then, as he is now going through Puhan here, and we got a lot of cars stacked up here. Not giving enough space on the hot lap, as we have someone with a yellow flag. That's going to be Matt K, who is turned around and back in the pits. Hop back on board with Kiwi here, as Kiwi dips out of the way there and decides to invalidate that lap. Let's see. He's about to finish. Darren Cook's about to finish his lap coming through Blanchimont there. Did Fishy crash yet? No, he hasn't actually. Surprising, I know. Eric Yip will be the first one to cross the line, and he is going to set a 2:21.747. Darren Cook with a 2:21.967. So decent laps for them there. And you got a lot of people coming in. You got Talane with a 2:27.85. Contalemos with a 2:21.512. And Carlton with a 2:25.690. So we'll hop on with the Season 1 Drivers' Champion, Mac and Choosy here, starting his hot lap down into Turn 1 into La Source there. Ooh, and Mac goes wide there through a Rouge. Oof.
Nearly goes into the wall.
I don't know how he saved that one.
Not what you want to have. Yeah. That inside curbing can be very dangerous.
Are you lifting off through a Rouge?
It is possible to go flat through it, but if I'm not trying to crash, I'll lift.
Right.
I did hear a hint of a lift from him, though.
GT3 Esports says he didn't lift at all. That's crazy. Mac is a very fast driver, but he's one of those drivers that will just absolutely throw everything he's got at the car.
Ooh.
And Kaiser
Mac
now
goes to the wall.
Kaiser with a 1:21.007. And Matt was in the wall. Oh, Mac was in the wall. Oh, yeah, he was. Wow, okay. Hop on board with Fizzy Bubblek here. One of our own. One of the league admins. What a guy. And the very bright light blue and yellow. I think we need to require custom liveries because they're sick. to look at.
Yeah, something that you can really take pride in, and it shows you have commitment to racing.
Right. Joel Price with a 221 337. Contalemos goes second with a 220.945, so good lap from him. Mr. James Cummings goes P8 with a 222.035, and Fizzy crosses the line with a 221.322. Hop on with James Gearhart here as he's coming around the bus stop chicane, and he's going to set a 223.112 that will put him P10. Dead last says, okay, I'm green to GT3/4 racing, so please forgive this dumb question. How do track limits work in this? In F1, isn't it? If two wheels are on the curb, it's considered okay. It's two. Yeah, so GT3/4 is different. Caden will probably be
I can
better at
explain
it.
this.
Understand? Yeah, go ahead and explain
Okay,
this.
so for most tracks, if there's curbing, track limits will extend all the way out to the edge of the curb. So the edge of the red and yellow on this circuit. And then anywhere else where there's not curbing, it'll extend to the white line.
Okay, so that makes sense. GT3 Esports says y'all need more custom liveries. I would agree with you, sir. Get on board with Justin and we can take a look at this absolutely sick livery. I love this thing. The orange and pink. Deadlast says perfect explanation, Caden. You did well there, guy.
Thank you.
Down the bus stop chicane for Justin here. As he's going to cross the line with a 221.295. So he's literally 100th off of P4. Joel and P4. We'll hop on board with my F1 teammate, James Cummings. I don't want to get inundated, but if people want a custom livery, I will do some. Well, funny you say that, actually. Our graphic designer is actually taking a course on how to make ACC liveries just for us, so he's the GOAT. James going up into P9 with a 221.770 as we'll get on board with Dan Carlin. Oh, this is a cool livery too. I like this one. The geometric one. The black and orange.
Yes.
Yours is sick too, kid.
Thank you. I have two versions of it that I can run interchangeably.
Oh, that's sick. I think Austin does the same thing with his GOAT livery. I think he's got a purple and a red one, I think.
So I'm on GOAT Racing for the Endurance League. There's two teams, purple and red, so that explains that.
That's sick. Dead last, y'all have a good league. I'm gonna hop in the Discord. Cool, man. Well, we'll be welcoming you with open arms as Kaiser goes P1 with a 224.05. And Carlin's going to cross the line in P13 with a 223.750. However, we'll hop on board with Taunay here in the Honda, who is currently almost 3/10 up on his time. And if he can make this stick and gain a touch more time, he's going to pass Kaiser for that P1 spot.
Very impressive how close these times are for quali.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to the tier 2. Just shows how good of drivers these people are.
Bulk, that is Dan Carlton. Yes. As Taunay now almost a second up on his time, so he's definitely going to improve here. Do you race with him in another league or something? GT3 Esports, no cost. I'm part of the league, just sitting here cooling off from the last race. What's your name in the Discord? Oh, okay. All right. Oh, you had some shit luck there, guy. I'm sorry. Last race. You do F1 sometimes? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we do. We have 1, 2, 3 F1 divisions here. 4 F1 divisions in our league. Taunay into the bus stop chicane here. And he is going to cross the line with a 1, 2, A 2:19.130. That's fast. Jesus. The lone Brit. You are? We're starting EU ACC. Did I tell you that? We said that, didn't we? Yeah, we announced that. So that'd be cool for you, EU boys. Except Rosso, that dude's in Germany and is on American time. Let's get on board with Mr. Mackay. And he's sporting the Odyssey colors. Love it. In the BMW. Gonna go up a Rouge now. Oh, you're in Florida for 6 months and UK for 6 months? Nice. Where in the UK? And where in Florida? You probably go way down south in Florida, though, I would assume. And Matt is going to park it and pit it. Ken-O. Oh. Ken-O is off and in the wall. That's oof. Contalemos now in the custom livery. Coming down into Bruxelles here. Oh, the Villages? My grandparents have a place in the Villages. That's awesome. I love that place. The place is sick. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know where that place is in UK. What's a good time, Caden, around here? Like a solid time.
So I believe 220s for this for tier 1. I believe it'd be down in the 220 or 219s.
219s, gotcha. Contalemos now.
Your goal around this track is better than 220.
I gotcha. Ooh, Contalemos goes wide there and is going to lose some time. Oh, Shrewsbury, okay. Hop on board here with Cook. As there's currently 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in quali. I have a timer, but it doesn't work, so I'll get that sorted before next Thursday. Beta what? What am I reading? Hop on board with Abdul in the Pakistan livery here, repping his heritage. Starting his hot lap. Oh, record. Okay. So the record here is 2:18.646. Abdul up through a Rouge there. As he's got someone right on the back of him. I'm not sure who that is. Kaiser's right on the back of him. Is he on flyer? Kaiser is on a flyer. Oh no, and he's up big. Oh no.
Oh, truly unfortunate.
He was up like 3/10 on that time too. That's tough. I mean, Abdul is the car ahead, so I believe he has right away. Is that correct?
It is when you're on when the car ahead is on
When the car
Fly
ahead is on the flyer,
ahead.
they have the advantage, right away. Okay,
Yes.
that's what I thought.
You're supposed to let by if you're drastically slower, which I believe would mean 2 seconds slower.
Oh, okay. Dead Last, thank you for subscribing with Twitch Prime, my guy. We appreciate that. That helps us using that Bezos money. That helps us provide you guys with the merch that we do, and you know, the trophies and giveaways that we do. That's what all your guys' money goes. It goes directly back into the league. And Abdul across the line with a 126.797. Hop on board with Ken O here through the bus stop. He's 7/10 up if he can get a good exit out of here and gets a decent exit out of there. He's going to come across the line with a 1. That was invalid. That was invalidated. Never mind. Abdul on another flyer, I believe. As he's 4/10 up on his time. Coming through Lacombs there. Upset, thank you for the follow. Yeah, man. It's pretty sick if you want to go check it out, to be fair with you. Good quality merch. I actually have a shirt on right now. And the hoodie's hanging up in my closet. Custom options.
Which hoodie?
What hoodie? I just got the normal center center logoed one. The black one.
Sure feels sick.
What'd you say?
It feels awesome, the hoodie.
I checked it out and broke those sim racer. Yeah, trust me, I feel it. Abdul's on a good lap right here. Well, upset, I don't know if it matters, but if you use code ORL to the moon, you get 10% off at checkout for the first 5 customers that use it, and Abdul's gonna invalidate that lap. That's tough. As Contalemos now will hop on board with him. Got a little squirrely coming out of there. However, he's still almost half a second up on his lap. Coming through Puhan now. And Contalemos is going to be the last person to cross the finish line. So we'll see what he can improve to. He needs 7/10 exactly for P2, so he needs to gain a lot of time coming through these last couple corners here. What's 20% off broke? Oh, he lost a lot of time through there. He's going to go wide there and lose even more time. That's tough. Unless he could somehow gain 7/10 through Blanchimont and through the bus stop. Looks like Contalemos is going to stay in that P3 position. And he's going to go dead even with his time. And that is going to be... That is going to be quality, as I'm going to pull in a couple people here for interviews here. James, you're live for an interview. What do you think about qualifying around Spa? How'd you feel your time was?
Couldn't get a good lap in, but the field's really close, like P4
Very
P14
close.
a second.
Very, very close. Yes.
These cars feel like land yachts at Spa.
Oh.
They does not feel fun to drive. Maybe that's just me, but
I mean, I could see it going through a Rouge and whatnot.
the fast left-handers is brutal.
Right.
Puan is not fun in these cars.
Yep.
Just get dragged out.
Well, sir, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Let's pull in. Pull in Fizzy. Fizzy, you're live for an interview.
Oh, hello.
How do you feel about quali?
I definitely had some more pace in the car, but I just couldn't extract it. That fast left-hander down the hill, I just can't get the car to stick, so I lose a lot of time through there. But overall, P6, I think it should be a
Yeah,
pretty good
P6.
start.
Yeah, P6 is good. That's good. So,
Just gotta keep it clean through the field.
oh yeah, absolutely. So, well, sir, I wish you the best of luck and go get him, Tiger.
Thank you, sir.
Not a lot of people are in the Discord right now. So, that'll conclude the interviews. However, I will go ahead and tell you guys about our partners / sponsors. Currently, we are partnered with Track Titan, which is a telemetry tool that allows you to see where you're gaining and losing time on track. It is currently compatible for F1 and AC, so Assetto Corsa. However, they are looking to bring out a compatibility for ACC during the summer, hopefully. So once that comes out, it's going to be big for our league. So you can use code ORL 3 months, the number 3, for 50% off a plus or premium subscription. The plus subscription is just the telemetry tool. The premium subscription comes with a tool as well as a personalized weekly coaching plan where you can either use the general coaching plan or the racing coaching plan. The general one is just generally where you can improve your time. The racing one is specifically set up for league races, so you can work on your setup and where you are gaining time more than other people. Another one is Rogue Energy. You can use code Odyssey Racing for 10% off at checkout. It's an energy and hydration drink that is very good, and I use it to travel because I get dehydrated as hell when I travel. So they have, flavors like blue raspberry, strawberry, fruit punch, etc. So definitely a solid hydration drink if you're not fond of water. And then our last one is going to be esports furniture. You can use code Odyssey Racing League at checkout for 10% off. They have things from mice to keyboards to desks to chairs and everything you need for your gaming setup. I currently am in a chair right now from that website. It's really solid, good quality, and well made. And then last but not least is what we like to call a sponsor through ORL is our merch line. So if you want to, feel free to check that out. If you want to support one of your friends that's racing in the league, if you're a parent in here and have a child racing in the league, be sure to check that out. You can get their name and number on the back of a hoodie, shirt, etc. And it's really solid. Really good quality stuff. You can use code ORL to the moon for 10% off at checkout. That's for the first 5 customers that uses it. So we're going to hop in the formation lap now. And to answer your question, Upset, we've been around since January of this year. All right. And Caden, if you would like to say something about Track Titan, I just saw your DM. Go ahead.
Track Titan, it's a truly amazing surface. I improve on F1 about a second on every track I use it.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Sometimes even 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's really solid, actually. It uses your pedals and gears in racing line to see where you can gain the time. That's the cool thing about it. So
It's really helpful comparing my entry speed or mid-corner speed to the standard lap they have to see how much higher I can take that corner at.
Right. So we're gonna make a run through the standings currently right now. You have Fizzy Bubelek, who is currently qualified in P2 in the BMW, M4 in P1 in the drivers. Joel Price slightly behind him in P2. Fizzy with 28 points, Joel with 26. James Talonay in the Honda in P1 is currently in P3 in the drivers. with 21 points. You got Darren Cook in P5 with 19. Tied in P5 with Joe Kaiser. Darren Cook, Joe Kaiser, both 19 points in P5. You got Justin T in P7 with 17 points. Eric Lloyd in P8 with 15. Sergey Karpinchik is in P9 with 12. You got Chris Rise in P10 with 11 points. Mac and Cheesy, last year's Season 1 Drivers Champion in ACC, is currently in P11 in the standings with 10 points. However, did miss a race, I will say. James Gearhart in P12 with 9 points. Jag Flores in P13 with 8 points. Jonah Contalemos in P14 with 6 points. You got Neil Barovitz in P15 with 5 points. And then you got 1, 2, 5, a lot of people tied in P16 with 2 points, some of them being Dan Carlin, Snooze, Abdul Ralph, Grave Lopez, Ken O, Matthew K, James Cummings, and then Eric Yip and Daniel, I'm going to call last name Kiwi, with 1 point in P23. Kyle S, Bort Voigen, Chris Bird, Ben Depew, all with 0 points. Actually, Ben Depew has -1 point. He must have had instant. That's tough. Upset you guys aren't wasting any time getting established. Really professional all around. You guys have a thing going. Do you have a YouTube? Yeah, you can check us out on social media. There's our social media. Get on board with Kaiser here in the Helicam to get the start going. It's all hard work from the admins and honestly organic from Twitter. We appreciate it. No advertising or promoting. We advertise our stuff, but not like out there, I guess I'd say. It's kind of hearsay, I'd say. But yeah, we're real lucky with the community that we have. We're a very close-knit community. Everyone gets along in there. You know, if there's a problem with anyone, as far as, you know, someone else have an issue with a wheel or, you know, a problem with ACC or whatever, someone's always quick to jump on top of it and make sure that they get help that they need. We do need more YouTube content. I just need an editor because I do not have the time for that. If I can find an editor, absolutely, we'd get YouTube content up there. Big crash coming. I hope not. I don't want to call a crash. I can do that. Let's go. Whoever's behind linking and setting up social media is on point. I think I did that. But thank you. As we're green lights out and away we go here. As Talonay gets a good run off the rip. Contalemos and Kaiser are going to go side by side up a Rouge. Contalemos is not going to pull out of that one. However, Kaiser's going to get a better run out of there. And someone's off into the wall through a Rouge there, as you can see. And we have Fizzy Bubblek right here side by side with that is going to be Joel Price there as they're going down into Lacombe's here. And Fizzy's going to take the inside. Joel's going to have the inside. Fizzy's going to take the outside. Fizzy and Joel. That was a lag. Okay, sick. Joel at the inside of Fizzy now, as you can see. We're going to hop on board here with Contalemos. And actually, we'll hop back here. As we got a lot of people. We're on 3 wide there through Brexels here. Fizzy takes the inside here. Is not going to give up any space here as we have Eric Lloyd and Fizzy going side by side into turn 12 of Puhan. Fizzy's going to take that outside line and get a better run through the corner and will stay ahead there. So Fizzy now up into P4. Solid start from him. Eric Lloyd right behind him in P5. Joel Price on the backside of Eric Lloyd in P6. And Chris Rise P7. Sergey Karpinchik in P8. Darren Cook P9 and Yip down into P10. Fizzy now starting to pull away a little bit here as they go into turn 15 of Stavlot here and down into 16 now as Fizzy has a train of cars behind him. As we'll hop back here a little bit more. Yip trying to make a move here on Mac and Cheesy as Abdul Rauf is through Mac and Cheesy. It looks like they're going to go side by side now, going down this back straight as they're going down into Blanchimont here. And Abdul's going to stick right in behind Mac and Cheesy now, going down into the bus stop chicane. You got Yip right on the backside of Abdul trying to make a move here. You got Carl looking up the inside of Yip and is going to pull out of there as Yip goes wide and deep into that corner, and Abdul gets a solid run out of bus stop. Abdul now up into P13 right behind Mac and Cheesy. Is going to just tuck in there. Mac and Cheesy losing a lot of time to James Cummings up in front of him, trying to fight with Abdul as we'll hop up there. James Cummings, Gearhart, Darren Cooks, Chris Rise, all looking to go up a Rouge as James is right on the backside of Gearhart here, and James is gonna take it safely through a Rouge and try to make a good run under here and get draft from Gearhart here. Gearhart goes wide. James is gonna look to make a run here, going down the Camel Straight as we'll hop up with Gearhart and wait, who is that? Cook and Rise, I believe. Cook and Rise going down side by side through Lacombe's here. Rise is going to have that inside and take that, and Fizzy now dropping back a lot. Joel Price getting past Fizzy. Fizzy now in P7. Joel Price up into P6 as Fizzy has Gearhart right on the backside, and Gearhart, that's not Gearhart, that's going to be Cook now up the inside. I can't even tell who's who, Jesus. Rise, that's Rise. Rise and Cook now battling down through turn. I'm clicking everywhere now. And it was just noted to me by my stewards that Fizzy has damage. Price now right on the backside of Karpinchik, and Fizzy now on the backside of Price and touches the backside of Price going through Puhan here. Fizzy's going to try to look up the inside but pulls out there, going down through Campus here now, down into turn 15. Fizzy does look like he has damage as Rise is now right on the backside of Fizzy. Rise is going to pull out of that one. However, he's got Darren Cook on his outside here. And Rise losing a lot of spots there, not taking that racing line as he's got now Gearhart passing him. James Cummings now up into P9 right on the backside of Cook, Fizzy, and Joel Price now. Okay. How long is this race? It's 45 minutes. Name is taking the turn while the name is coming. Yeah, right. It's a lot. As we have Mac and Cheesy and Rise now fighting, battling through the bus stop. James now right on the backside of Darren Cook as Fizzy's trying to look to try and get past Joel. Fizzy going to probably hold off until that pit stop window is open.
First, second, and third really extending their gap with, I believe, about 9 seconds gap between fourth to first place right now.
There's a huge gap. As you can see, Contalemos now going up the inside of Talonay, and he's going to get that move done there. So Contalemos now up into P2. Kaiser now 2.1 clear of Contalemos here, as we can see. James now in the back draft of Cook here. Cook trying to make a move on Fizzy, goes around the outside. Fizzy takes that inside line, and James is now going to try to take advantage around the outside here of Cook, and does so now through Lacombe. Solid move there from James, taking advantage of Cook going on the inside of that. James now up into P8, so solid move there from him as we're going to hop on board with Price. Fizzy falling a little bit back behind. However, Price now catching up to Karpinchik, and Lloyd now on the backside of Talonay. I think there's damage there in the Honda as we're going through Puhan here, and yes, it looks like there is damage as Lloyd will get up into P3 there, and Price now still on the backside of Karpinchik. Karpinchik, Joel, Price all past Talonay, so Sergey up into P4, Price up into P5 there. As we're going to take a look at Fizzy now, and he's probably going to get held up a little bit by Talonay, and James is right on the backside of Fizzy. James and Fizzy now going down into turn 15 here of Stavlot here. Through turn 16 here. Take a breath. You sound like an auctioneer. Loki, his full-time job. Could you? I could never auctioneer. Absolutely not. James now on the backside of Fizzy. We're going to hop inside the car with him and see what he's looking at on the backside as he's going through turn 18 here. Now down into the bus stop chicane. And he's going to look up the inside and try and make a move here. And let's see if he can make this one stick. And Fizzy's off there. Fizzy has spun going through the bus stop. And that is not what you want to see if you're Fizzy. As we'll show the replay here in the bottom right-hand corner.
Might have been a rear lock.
I think he did too. I definitely think he did too. Joel now gets a solid exit coming out of La Source here down this straight. The lawnmower has gone. Joel now in the draft of Sergey here. Tries to get good rotation here through Rouge and does so. Talonay in the pits. There definitely was damage there. Now Joel just trying to hop into the draft of Sergey. Going down the Camel Straight into Lacombe's here and will not be able to get that move done. He was too far behind. However, we'll take a look up the outside. However, probably lost a little bit of time there. We'll get on with Mac and Cheese. Oh my gosh, through Lacombe's. Mac and Cheesy, Yip, Lopez all going through Lacombe 3 wide. Yip will be victorious coming out of there. Mac and Cheesy now up into the points of P10.
And some information on Fizzy. He went into the wall at the top of Radeon.
Oh.
So he has some front engine damage.
I see. Okay. Abdul now has dropped back a little bit. Now down into P16. We'll get on board with Joel, still trying to chase down Sergey. However, Abdul now right on the backside of Kiwi here, coming down the straight into Puhan. Abdul looking like he's got a little bit of hi all, tier 2 race was fun, good drivers. Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. What's your name in the Discord so I know? Now Darren Cook is falling back a lot now down into P13. He must have, oh yeah, he's smashed his front car so far. Oh, okay. Kiwi now right on the backside of Cook here as he's gonna look to make a move through Blanchimont and looks like he's gonna have that move done there. What's the difference between the tiers? It's just the, yeah, it's their pace, basically. And Joel manages to get past Sergey there into turn 1, so Joel now up into P4. Caden, I wouldn't say skill level guy.
Skill level can mean raw pace and race pace.
Abdul now up into P14. Trying to get past Cook here, who I believe has damaged. Pro and amateur. Yeah, give or take. The pit window is now open. For anyone that doesn't know and is new to the stream, everyone, there is a mandatory pit stop, and there is a pit window that you can do so in. You have to take at least a liter of fuel, and it's a set pit stop of 25 seconds.
25 seconds, I believe. 20 seconds for fuel, and tires is an extra 5 seconds.
Okay, gotcha. So around 25 seconds that you're standing still in the pits. However, you still have to go through the long pit row as Sergey now has James trying to get past him now. The best quali lap was a 1:19.7, I think. James now,
I believe so.
chasing down Sergey, going through Puhan there as they're going down into turn 13. And then through the left-hander of Campus here of turn 14. And James is all over the track. I don't know what he's doing, but who knows. Turn 15 of Stablot here. James is trying to slip into that draft of Sergey here, going down through Blanchimont here now. We'll get on board with Abdul. Let's get on board with him. He's only half a second back of Darren Cook. So he gets really good exit out of there, I think. I think he's going to be able to get him going into the bus stop. However, going through Blanchimont here now. Abdul sticking to Darren Cook like glue here. Gets through that corner really well down into the bus stop here of turns 19 and 20. If Abdul can get a solid exit coming out of the bus stop here of turn 20. And they're both into the pits. Okay, both into the pits doing their mandatory pit stop. We'll hop on board with Yip here trying to chase down Chris Rise. Going through a Rouge here. Down through turn 6 onto the Camel straight here now. Yip is going to try to tuck into that draft now of Rise. Half a second back of Rise. And if we take a look at P1 and 2, P2 is currently 5.7 back of Kaiser now in that McLaren. There's a big gap to the leader. Down through Bruxelles here, down into turn 12 here for Yip and Rise. All right, Sword Asian, thank you. I appreciate that. You have a good rest of your night, sir. So Fizzy does get his pit stop cleared, so he is done now for the rest of the race. He can finish out the race and not have to worry about any penalties. Cook is in the pits. Abdul's in the pits. Darren Lopez is in the pits. Talonate is in the pits. Talonate, not a great start, unfortunately. As we look, he's down 20 spots from P1. Good start from James, now up to P6. Up 7 spots to P6. Matt K up 7 spots to P13, so good start from them. As Yip now right on the backside of Rise here, coming through Blanchimont. 3/10 back of him. If he can get a good exit here through this corner, he might look up the inside. Nope. He's looking on the outside through the bus stop. He's going to try to take a wide line through here and get a better exit out of the second part of the chicane. Where can we find our standings? Right here. That website. Just click that link. That's our community, so you can see our standings. Our standings there. Hop on board with James, who is trying to chase down Sergey here, going through a Rouge. As you have someone coming out of the pits, I believe that is going to be... I'm going to do this now. That is Darren Cook. What happened, Talon? Yeah, I think he had damage and had to pit or lost a lot of time, one of the two. Yep, now in the draft. Yeah.
Talon had a really bad car, side damage, and lost all of his positions before he managed to look back to the pits.
Ooh, Ken off. What's the timer on this one?
29 minutes.
29 minutes.
Seconds.
I hate the broadcasting doesn't have the time. That's so dumb to me. That doesn't make any sense.
Ew.
James and Sergey through Puhan now. James is closing in very, very slowly, but still is closing in. Poor guy. Talonay is one of those drivers that is win or DNF. Yes, there is a second broadcaster. Caden is with me. He raced in the Tier 2 race. You went from... What'd you get to? Oh, and now we have blue flags here. As Lopez would not get out of the way for Sergey here. And James and Sergey now going down side by side into turn 15 of Stavlot. And James will get that move done now through turn 16, going down through the straight into Blanchimont of turn 17. I never heard him talk. Yeah, some other broadcasters can get it and others can't. Y'all should collab. Wait, what? I don't understand that.
I don't either.
I don't understand. Rise now, or yep, right on the backside of Rise now. Less than a tenth separates the two, and Rise is slowly catching up to Eric Lloyd too as well in P6. So the battle for P6 looks to be. Oh, the timer. Oh yeah. I did this. So like, if you look down in the bottom right here, I'll turn the overlay on. Like I had that, but it stopped working. In the bottom right. I don't know why it stopped working, but like, yeah. I need to get it sorted because everyone complains about it. Lloyd into the pits. JT is into the pits. I believe that, yeah, that's Justin into the pits. Talon still in the pits. Getting that damage fixed. Sergey now right on the backside of James down the Camel Straight here. Into Lacombe's here. Oh, James goes in there deep. Now here through turn 9, down into turn 10 of Bruxelles. Sergey is trying to get this overtake done. Yeah, I know, I did. It's because when I started, it starts at 45 minutes. I was supposed to start at the beginning, but for tier 2, I tried to do it, and it was so off. Like, the timer on the game said 30 minutes, and my timer said, like, 42 minutes. Dan Carlin is down in P20. And he's in the pits. Yep, now right on the backside of Rise as they're coming up to Grave Lopez, who we saw impeded last time and will get out of the way there. So I think he learned his lesson the first time. Yep, though, only 3/10 back of Chris Rise here in that P6 position. Who will come out on top, the Ferrari or the Audi? Stay tuned to find out. Yep, now really close coming through turn 17 of Blanchimont here. Through turn 18 here.
I think the Ferrari might have this one.
I think so too. And the Ferrari is going to take a look up the outside, and he's going to try and get a better exit out of here like he did last time and get him down into turn 1 as Rise goes a little wide there. However, Yip has a little bit of a snap there coming out of turn 20 and down into turn 1. Yip needs to worry about getting a solid exit coming out of here and getting him after Rouge through the Camel Straight. And Yip does get a good exit, a much better exit than Rise there as they're going down the start-finish straight up through Rouge here. As Yip is going to get a lot of draft if he can make this stick here, and he does. He gets solid rotation through the car and just follows Rise through Rouge, and now we're down the Camel Straight here. As you can see, Rise tries to move out of the way to break that draft and looks to do so pretty successfully as they're down into Lacombs here, and Rise will stay in the lead there. So I think breaking that draft was a solid move there. Smart move from Rise as they're coming through turn 9 of Lacombs here, down into turn 10 of Bruxelles. Yep, still 2.2 back of Rise. And we'll hop back here, as you can see, Justin now in that sick livery on the backside of Abdul, trying to fight for P11. However, Abdul did do his pit stop, so he actually made solid time here. Abdul through Puhan there. Fro, welcome to the stream. As James now is taking the long way around Abdul here, as Abdul is just going to try and get out of the way here because he's getting blue flagged for James and Sergey is losing so much time to James. Sergey now 1.3 back of James, and this is interesting because, and they touch, and Justin touches Abdul and has him spin around coming out of Stavlot there of turn 15. That is sad. And you got Rise now off. What a cluster if we go back and look at that one. That is painful. Painful for the boys. Hop on board with Sergey here as we have James up into P2 because Contalemos and Price are both in the pits, I believe. Yes, they are. Let's get on board. Rise is still off, and he's done, it looks like. That looks painful. Time left is 23 minutes and 23 seconds. Price and Contalemos are going to be real close coming out of the pits, actually. Top and Heli came here. Pokerano, what happened, dude? Why are you so damn fast in quali, but you can't make a race stick? What are we doing? As we have Joel and Contalemos coming out of the pits here. Let's see who can get a better exit. Wait, have they even pit yet? Oh, no, they haven't. I'm tripping. Sorry, guys. I was like, what are they doing?
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
Oh, man. Where's Matt? Did he crash?
He's not in the lobby.
What?
So he probably had an incident earlier and just retired.
Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, we'll stay on board with Sergey now, trying to chase back down James. Time remaining is 21 minutes and 47 seconds. First time I went into pit in our Tier 2 race, I thought I missed my spot in the first section. Yeah, I'd be lost, to be honest with you.
And P1 is into the pits. Kaiser's into the pits.
Kaiser is into the pits. James yet to pit. Sergey yet to pit. Yip yet to pit as well. And all James and Sergey are both into the pits. However, who is that?
And number 132, Contalemos, just got disqualified for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh no, he was. Oh no, bro. That would have been P2, I think, at least. Oh no, that's so fortunate. Fro, this dude's on keyboard and mouse. I'm not kidding. Pokerano's on keyboard and mouse.
That's insane. That is very impressive.
Mac and Cheesy now crossing through turn 1 there. Our Season 1 Drivers Champion. Matt, what happened? Bullshit is what happened, buddy. Bob was not kind to me this week at all, in any of the races either. As we're coming up on Joel, as O is getting blue flagged for Joel there. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. You can't control your throttle. James now out of the pits. Sergey jumped him in the pits. So James now down into PE5 here. Not too much going on. So while we have a little break in action, I'll go ahead and tell you guys about our merch line that we just dropped. We have anything from hoodies to men's clothes to women's clothes to babies and youth clothes. So if you have a daughter or son and want them to sport your last name and number on the back of their shirt, you can do that. If you want to have your baby in a onesie that has your name and number on the back of the shirt and the Odyssey Racing League logo on the front, you can do that. Does your baby drop a lot of food on them when they eat? Well, don't worry. We have an embroidered ORL bib. And yes, that is specifically meant for Fizzy and Abdul, who are soon-to-be dads, their first children. First child each for both of them in June. So very excited to see my godson and goddaughter, respectively. We got women's clothes, anything from crop hoodies to sports bras to leggings to anything you can think of. So if you have a wife or girlfriend and they want some comfortable stuff and for some reason want to have the Odyssey Racing logo on it, they can do that. For the men, we have lots of hoodies, shirts, joggers, shorts. We even have a champion fanny pack, which is sick. I love it. I think it looks cool. And a bunch of hats, anything from 5-panel to trucker to snapback to beanie and the pom beanies that you see with the palm on top. And then you can get anything from blankets to, we have water bottles and phone cases as well. Mankini, no, not yet. Working on that. I'll get that printed for you, actually. So I'll get that out ASAP. But yeah, really solid stuff. If you use code ORL to the moon, you can get 10% off at checkout for a 10% discount. And it's only available for the first 5 customers that use it. And we do ship worldwide. So that's another plus about our merch, is it's very accessible. We'll hop on board with Yip here, who's trying to chase down Lloyd now, going down the back straight of the Camel Straight. My God, you marketing animal. Hey, man, I'm just trying to make sure that we got the funds to... Yes, Turtle, you did. Thank you. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. We're trying to get the funds to make you guys some sick trophies and do giveaways. We like doing giveaways. Ooh, and Mac goes wide there. Oh, wait, no, Mac's coming out of the pit, sorry. Let's see the stats here now since everyone's hit except for a couple people. James Cummings up 10 spots into P3 now. So he's had a solid race. Someone we haven't heard yet today, Zach Livingood, up 10 spots into P11. So he's had a solid race as well. Not a great race for Fizzy, down 6 spots to P12, and obviously Rise down 5 spots to P15, and obviously the most obvious one is Talonay, who DNF'd after qualifying P1, so that is sad days for him. I've never heard of a league having merch. Innovative. Yeah, we figured we got so many issues. Or, not issues. We had so many questions about when can I get a custom hoodie with my name on the number on the back, when can I get a custom shirt, blah, blah, blah. Do you guys have hats? So, we got a lot of questions about it. So we decided to go ahead and do it. And Joel, actually, who I'm on board with now, just got his shirt in today. So. We'll have a board with Mac here since he's 1.5 back. Katie, what do you think of the race so far?
Pretty good. Close racing. Still a couple of fights going on right now. That looks like to be he's on a charge right now to get P8.
Yeah, Mac's a quick driver. He's very talented. So I feel like he gets more unlucky than anything. Pokerano.
Kaiser.
Kaiser is
Go on.
22 seconds clear.
Yeah,
of
just
pizza.
dominating.
Annoying thing was when I exited pits after repairs, race control finally opened pits for mandatory pits. That's painful. James, 4 seconds back of Sergey. Possibly can catch him. Who knows? As we have 13 minutes and 18 seconds left in this race. For anyone who was curious.
And pit window closes in 3 minutes, and we still have 3 drivers yet to clear their mandatory pit stop. So
Yeah,
I
Gearhart.
wonder what their strategies are.
O is now in the pits as we speak. First has checked out. What's his fastest time? What's the fastest time? Or was his fastest time? The fastest time currently is Kaiser in P1 with the 2:20.447, and you got Joel Price a little bit behind him with a 2:20.920, which he just set last lap. And I can't see Talonay's fastest time. Yep, now trying to make a charge towards Eric Lloyd there. This is PC. That is correct, yes. This is PC League. You said you're on console, though. However, what I will say, dude, is if you want to come and join the Discord anyways and just hang out with us and talk ACC, you're more than welcome to, dude. And like I said, we do giveaways and stuff like that in the Discord and whatnot, so there's some cool stuff to do in the Discord. Turtle, I was hoping that you would catch Carson and give him a run. James now making time on Sergey here. Not a lot of people close today, Caden. Kind of like the end of Tier 2.
Yeah, but that's normally how it is for GT3. Everybody just spreads out because these cars can really show a difference in pace.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Right. He was too far ahead, just maintained. The dude was flying. I think his best lap was like 8/10 faster than anyone else. It was insane.
Yeah, because compared to F1, where pace and laps during a race are usually like differences of like 4/10, these can be upwards of a second or two a lap slower.
Right. That makes sense.
So everybody with their respective pace forms their own groups.
Right.
Eventually.
Yep. Now, less than a second within Lloyd. So Yip's trying to move up to that P4 spot.
Pit window is now closed.
He was a second faster than Lloyd on that last lap.
And Gearhart and Rise.
Still haven't pit.
Yeah, Rise is in the pits,
Rise
but
is in the
I
pits.
think it's too late.
We'll see Yip and Lloyd now coming up Radion et Rouge here, as you can see, trying to get that draft there from Lloyd Rises as they're through turn 6 here and on to the Camel Straight now, as Yip is just going to tuck in and try and get some draft there as they're down into Lacombs here of turn 7, 8, and 9. Really important to get a solid exit coming out of here because you do not want to be overtaken into this turn 10 of Bruxelles, the hard braking right-handed hairpin. As Yip now right on the backside of Lloyd here. This is going to be a battle to watch. Is there a donation link? Yeah, you can do exclamation mark donate or exclamation mark tip. I don't think I put a donate link in our... Yeah, I didn't put a donate link in ours. just donate without the R in the end. Coming through Puhan now. Down into 13, turn 13 now into turn 14 of campus. I saw your join on the Discord. I'll get to you after this race. Thank you, though, sir. We appreciate you joining, and welcome to the ORL family. Oh, and Lloyd goes wide there, and Yip's going to try to take advantage here. Coming around turn 16 of Stavlot here. That's not Stavlot. Stavlot's 15. Coming through 16 here as Yip is right on the back left bumper of Lloyd as they're coming through Blanchimont here. Coming down this straight now through turn 18. Yip right on the backside of Lloyd. Lloyd goes wide there as Yip is going to take a look out the outside here, going down into turn 19 of the bus stop chicane. Yip has been doing this all race, going a little bit wider and deeper and trying to get a solid exit coming out of turn 1, and does so. Yip still right on the backside of Lloyd, coming down into turn 1 of La Source. Yip still on the outside here as he's going to take the outside line, and Lloyd's going to cover off that inside. Now, Yip gets a solid exit out of there, still right. Absolutely. Oh, my God. Steven, dude. Thank you for the $100 donation. You're crazy, bro. We appreciate that. I'm going to definitely talk to you after this race. I appreciate it for real. Down the camel straight for Yip now, and Lloyd right on the backside of Lloyd. I can't even think now. Down into Lacombs of turn 7, 8, and 9. Yip still right on the backside of Lloyd. Less than a second separate these two drivers down into turn 9. Solid rotation of the cars from both drivers down into turn 10 of Bruxelles here. The hard braking hairpin. It will get somebody. They might lock up their right back rears. I've seen it happen too many times. Coming through turn 11 here, as you can see now, down this straight through turn 12 of Puhan, the fast left-hander. It is easy to go wide through Puhan.
Keeping it really close through these sections.
Yeah, absolutely. Yip is getting really solid exits out of here. I'm not sure what dirty air does in here. I don't even know if that's a thing, but if it is.
I believe it is. It can be killer sometimes.
Ooh, Yip gets a really solid exit there, coming now through campus, and now Stavlot here of turn 15 now down to 16. He's going to have the same advantage as he did last time now, coming out of that, and Lloyd goes wide there, coming out of turn 16, and now they're going to be side by side almost now. Lloyd with a little bit headway here, coming through Blanchimont, turn 17 now. Yip's going to try to take this outside line still. Yip now right on the backside of Lloyd as they both run wide there a little bit, coming through turn 18 now. Yip up the outside here, coming down into the bus stop chicane. Lloyd's going to park it on the apex, and Lloyd goes deep there, and Yip is going to take advantage of this. Yip is going to get a better exit out of here on Lloyd. However, Lloyd does get a decent exit and will still stay ahead somehow now. Yip now has the inside line going into turn 1. Lloyd's going to try to cover that one off. Lloyd's going to give him the inside and take the outside. Yip now through that outside does not get a good turn in through there. However, now they're going to go side by side up to a Rouge. This is going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. Now, Lloyd still in front of Yip. Lloyd now in front of Yip, coming up through a Rouge. Yip right on the backside of Lloyd, as Lloyd gets a better exit out of a Rouge there, as you can see now through turn 6 and on to the camel straight here. Yip still in the draft of Lloyd. We currently have 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this race, so that's about 2.5 laps for these two drivers here. The battle for P4 will continue until the very end, it seems now. Coming down through turn 9 here, as you can see now. And Lloyd runs wide there, and Yip's going to just tuck in right behind him down into turn 10 of Bruxelles. And Yip's going to look up the inside there, but it's not going to make it stick. Lloyd's going to cover that inside off really, really well. Good defense there from Lloyd as they're coming in through turn 11 here. Down this straight to turn 12 of Puhan. Yip still literally stuck on Lloyd like glue, coming through Puhan here on turn 12. And Yip's going to run wide there. He had to come out of that one, I think, because he was too close to Lloyd, and he's going to lose a little bit of time there as Lloyd runs wide coming out of turn 12. down into turn 13 here, and Yip's going to have to make up a little bit more ground, and we're going to switch now to James Cummings and Sergey here. As you can see, right on the backside of O here, James now right in the draft of Sergey, has caught up really, really well now through Blanchimont here of turn 17. Time remaining there is currently 3 minutes and 26 seconds left, and Sergey's going to run wide there. As you can see, James now right on the backside of Sergey. Coming into, and James touches, and that's a touch. And James is going to pull out of that one and do the right thing and pull out of that battle and give Sergey that position back. So good, solid racing from both drivers. James is going to tuck back in behind Sergey here.
And Yip has gotten the overtake done on Lloyd.
And he did. Yip did get the overtake done. I'm not sure where it happened, but now they're through the bus stop.
I believe turn 15.
Turn 15. Okay, so Yip. Okay, since Stavlat. So that makes sense because Lloyd was having a little bit of trouble going through there.
16.
Now Sergey and James now up through Rouge here. This is the battle for P2. This is the one everyone wants to see, as now we're coming through turn 6 here and on to the Camel Straight. James is going to be right in the draft of Sergey with 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in this race. So they're going to have one more lap after this, I believe. And James is going to take the outside through the combs here. And James goes a little bit deep, I believe, coming through turn 8 there and now down into turn 9. Wow. Solid racing. And James Gearhart has not done his pit stop, so that's going to be a disqualification for him, I believe. James and Sergey now through turn 10 of Brexels. Now through turn 11 here, and this is going to be a absolute race to the finish line for both drivers. James less than 3/10 on the backside of Sergey, coming through turn 12 of Puhan here. James gets a really solid exit running out of there. Sergey not so great coming out of Puhan now down into turn 13 here. James is going to possibly look up the inside and pulls out of that one now through turn 13 here, and then on to turn 14 of Campus. James gets a little bit too much curb there through turn 14. However, now we're down into turn 15 of Stavlat here. James is just sticking to Sergey like glue. Sergey does not get a good exit out of there. Now coming through 16, the leader is now currently on the final lap, and James gets a good run coming out of 16 now down this straight, looking to just hop in that draft. Now we're going to come through turn 17 of Blanchimont. James is going to take a look here, and it's just right on the backside of him. James is going to come now through turn 18 here. No pun intended. We're going to go down into the bus stop chicane. And Sergey's going to hold that one off. James is going to take a look and touches again on the back. Again. James is braking a little too late, I believe, into that. And Sergey's going to go into the pits here. And James is going to be up into P2. And he's driving very slow because I think he's ashamed of himself. I'd be too, James. I'm just kidding. We'll get on board with Justin now trying to chase down Cook here. As you can see now coming through turn 16 here, down on the back straight here. Justin now within 0.3 seconds the battle. This is the battle for P8 here now through Blanchimont of turn 17. Justin now right on the backside of Cook. He's going to battle this one hard. These two are really close in the server. I see them talking all the time, and Justin is going to take a look down the inside. Justin's going to try to make a better run out of this turn 20 than Darren does, and he does. And now Justin now on the right bumper rear of him going down into turn 1 of La Source, and Justin's going to take that inside. Cook's going to have to take the long way around coming down this start-finish straight. And Justin's going to get that move done there. I'll show you guys the replay here as we take a look back in the bottom right hand of your screen. You can see. And I just noticed something. Justin has the Odyssey Racing logo on top of his car. Hell yeah. That's clean. Down through turn 6 onto the Camel Straight. Cook is going to be into the draft of Justin, and they're going to be going into Lacombe's here. And let's see if Justin can hold off Darren here as we are approaching Kaiser now. Gonna cross the line. Congratulations to Joe Kaiser for winning your round 3 around Spa for the ACC GT3 Sprint Series Tier 1. Kaiser will come home P1 in that McLaren, as we'll hop back on board with Cook battling for that P7 spot with Justin now. Coming around turn 11 there now, down through Puhan. You got Rise right on the backside, who is a back marker, so I would not stick my nose in there if I was Rise. That's a dangerous situation to be in. You don't want to be the guy that ruins the race for someone.
I do wonder what Sergey's reasoning for pitting.
I don't know.
It's the last lap.
James slowed up. He wasn't being punted towards the pits, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, he wasn't.
As you have James coming across the line in P2, you got Eric Yip in P3 rounding out that podium. Joel just missing out on a podium in that P4 spot. Eric Lloyd in P5. That's a sick car. Jesus. Kiwi in P6. You got Justin in P. Gonna come across the line after the bus stop chicane in that P6 spot, and you can see Darren Cook right on the backside of him and gonna cross the line in P7. Mac and Cheesy P8. Sergey is currently coming across through turns 15 of Stavlot through turn 16. Really unfortunate race for Sergey. Got touched a couple times into the bus stop from James. However, James did rightfully pull off and not pass, but Sergey decided to pit on that last lap, and that is going to cost him at least 7 positions. So, solid race from everyone. Congratulations to Joe Kaiser for the P1, James Cummings and Eric Yip in the P2 and 3. So, solid race from everyone, and I'm going to skip to the interviews here if we're going to see if we can grab a couple people. Let's see. Pull Joel. Joel, you're live.
Hello.
P4. Are you happy with it or not happy with
No,
it? No?
absolutely not.
What's wrong?
I was screaming at my TV. So I go to enter the pits, and there is somebody. Okay, hold on. Let me pause. So that scene in Austin Powers when he's trying to back up the golf cart and it's not going anywhere.
Yes.
In
Is
the
it when
hallway,
he's parallel parked against the wall?
that happened right at the beginning of the pits, and I had to push them to clear the pit lane, and it cost me 25 seconds of damage.
Pain.
So yeah, I was kind of upset about that.
Oh, overall, you had a good race. P4, you're going to get good points there, so
Yeah,
that's a plus.
yeah, I was happy with my performance overall.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that got me a little flustered.
I can understand that. Well, sir, congratulations on P4. That's going to be good points for you. And is there anyone or anything you want to give a shout out for?
No, it was good, clean racing. I appreciate Lloyd letting me make that move on him on the last lap. I know that had to be tough, but
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Solid racing, Joel. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll pull in James here. James, you're live. P2,
What's
my
up?
guy. Solid,
Indeed.
solid race up 12 spots, I believe, right?
I think so, maybe 11, something like that.
Yeah, up multiple spots to get up into P2 and on the podium. How'd you feel about that race?
I was surprised. I had good pace. I was doing like 220s, which was with like 40 laps or 40 liters of fuel in my car, which was confusing because I did a 222 in qualifying with like 5 liters. So
Yeah,
there's that.
Yeah, you had a solid race overall. Definitely, you're very quick, and that battle with
Yeah.
Sergey was sick to watch. I caught the whole thing.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. We had those two going into the braking zones.
Right, but yeah,
I think. Well, first of all, I think he passed me in the pits because he didn't change his tires.
okay, that's
And
what
that
I
may have
thought too.
contributed to why wasn't like he was braking like
Early,
way too long and early, and so I was like smashing on the brake because I wasn't expecting him to be still braking,
right.
but I did stop both
Correct.
times.
Yeah,
And
I did
I don't know
too.
why he pitted the second time, but
I'm not sure either, but I guess we're gonna find out
Still
eventually.
had fun.
Yeah, you had a solid race, so congratulations, dude, on P2. Good shit.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, who was P3? That was, I don't see him in here. Okay, so your P3 is not in the Discord, so I can't pull him in for a interview. However, what I will say is thank you all for joining me today for the Odyssey Racing League ACC
Do you
GT3.
believe the Lamborghini is quite heavy, so that might contribute to the braking?
Possibly. It could be. That could be a thing.
Not a car you see a lot because it's not very good from what I've heard of it.
Right. That is true. So,
Even in real life, you barely see it.
right. We shall see. All right, Caden, I'm going to close this one out, okay? I'm going to mute my mic.
That's fun.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us today for Odyssey Racing League. It's ACC GT3 Sprint Series in Tier 1 for Round 3 around Spa. Solid race. Congratulations again to Joe Kaiser for the P1, James for the P2, and it was Yip in P3, I think. God, if I'm wrong, I'm going to sound like an idiot. Anyways, thank you all for joining us. I appreciate it. Make sure to follow us on social media. The link tree is right there with all of our social media on it. We do giveaways on Twitter, Instagram, and in the Discord as well. The Discord is in that link tree. However, I'll link the Discord directly there. And if you want to join the ACC division, we are on simracing.gp, and that is our community link. It links us right there. Please be sure to be a part of the Discord as well as the Sim Racing GP and have them linked together so we know who you are. And last but not least is please be sure to check out the merch. It's really fairly priced. Ships worldwide, really good quality, and a lot of options for men, women, kids, babies, etc. So thank you again to our partners at Track Titan and Esports Furniture, as well as Rogue Energy. We appreciate you guys supporting us. And again, to simracing.gp for allowing us to host these solid races. A big shout out to Caden for interviewing, commentating with me. He can't hear me, but big shout out to you when you watch this VOD back. Anyways, guys, join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. for our EU Tier 1 F1 race on this channel. After that, we have Sunday is our first GT4 series, Sprint Series in ACC. So I'll be on the mic for that one. That is at 10 a.m. Eastern. So for you EU boys, it's actually a decent time. That's 4 p.m. your time. So thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. And be sure to check out all of our social media and whatnot and join the Discord and come be a part of the ORL family. Thank you guys and have a good rest of your night. See ya.